Okay, hey, how's everyone doing? This is your partner, Bobby Yaya Jones from Imperial Vision. So I have been critiqued by someone whose opinion I value, I love, and respect. And he said that I need to slow it down and be a little bit more oratorical in my articulations when I'm on live. I have to master my delivery. And also, they said that I should inform or suggest you all to like, subscribe, and comment at the beginning. I should prompt you all. So, hey, when you come in, like, subscribe, and feel free to comment. Yeah, they say, hey man, if you go into somebody's house and they don't tell you at the door to take your shoes off and you walk into the house, a person can't get offended because that should have been established at the beginning. So if you are inclined to like, subscribe, and comment on any of the content that I be creating, and please do so now. So I'm back live, maybe for the third time today. And where I'm going to be addressing is a 70-year-old black man insulted. That's the verbal. That's verbal disrespect. Disrespected and assaulted. That's the physical, disrespect by Mexican laundromat workers in SoCal. And I just got this when I got off from doing what it was that I was just doing when I was doing what I was doing, a few minutes ago. Somebody sent me this and said, "Hey man, can you address this?" Yes, I'm going to address it. So what we're going to do is address a few things, and then I'm gonna get into the video. In Southern California, if you know, you know, there's segregation. There's a barrier in between the Latino community and the black community, the African Americans. Now I'm not just talking specifically about Sureños. Now I'm just talking about Southern California Mexicans. Not all Mexicans dislike blacks. I just want to say that, and that goes from, Pasadena to Medina. You know what I mean? Just keeping it a buck with you because I fuck with you. Not all Mexicans dislike blacks, but I will say that there's a larger number of those who dislike us that than those that actually like us, right? When you go in your Southern California, I'm talking about Southern California. When you go into the taquerias and the Mexican restaurants and the Mexican owned establishments in Los Angeles County, right? It's not very many black employees in there because they understand the power of their dollar in creating an economic system to sustain their own people. Being that we don't have unity, we don't have understanding, compassion, and all those components that they have to keep them, a strong and mighty race, they kind of look down on us. So when you go into their businesses, 60% of the time they meet you with they're discourteous, they're not polite, and they're just like just like you know what I mean. They don't really show a lot of civil conduct when it comes to African Americans, unless you've been frequenting that business establishment for a certain amount of years, then they become familiar with you. But other than that, you can go into a taqueria, you never been there before. A lot of the workers, they're not going to treat you in a respectful and civil fashion. They're very discourteous, they're very disrespectful, and they're very just kind of like standoffish. Like it's not really a good experience when you go into their establishments. A lot of them feel like Tommy Hilfiger. When Tommy Hilfiger made that controversial statement that I really didn't make my clothes for African Americans, which is his prerogative. You feel what I'm saying? That's his right to be able to express that. A lot of these Hispanics don't really create their businesses for the business of blacks. They didn't create it for you. They created to create Mexican cuisines and make Mexican dishes for their people. So when you come in there, they look like we really don't need your money. Like we don't even know why you're here. We don't trust y'all. We don't like y'all. So what the f, right? So I'm gonna show you this video, and I may give you a play-by-play, or I'll probably just let the video play out, and you come to your own conclusion. Frank Nitty, what's the deal, Kim folks? Much love and respect, man. Salute to you and yours, Kim folks. All right. I think it's this one right here. Let's get into it. Oh, hold on. How do I start it back? Damn, I don't even know how to run it back. Let me see. Damn, it ain't no way for me to run it back. How do I run this shit back? Cause I wonder if I do this. Boom. And do this. Boom. And cut this on. Boom.
Why you doing it like that? Take it off. I'm taking it off, sir. It's stop. Take it off. Take it off. Why you hitting me, motherfucker? I said I'm taking it off. I didn't hit her. You hit me. You hit me.
It's funny, but it ain't funny. Actually,
Why you not? I saw you right. She taking my stuff. I'm 70 years old, man.
I don't care.
I'm 70 years old. Why you doing it like that? Take it off. I'm taking it off, sir. It's stop.
Pause. So the black man, Auntie, I love you too. The black man went into this laundromat and was trying to get either a free wash or a free dry. The Hispanic lady confronted him with a whole lot of disrespect, unprofessionalism, and making demands. Do this, do this, do that, do that, do that, do that, do this. And he was like, why you doing me like this? Like I'm 70 years old. There should have been a certain level of professionalism and civility offered to this brother while he was in there. Hey, sir, I understand you. I understand you're 70 years old, but this is our policies and procedures. I'm sorry, we're running a business here. We can't give you a free wash. Can you please take your clothes out and come back when you have the money to actually pay for a wash? Boom, nip it in the bud. That's one. The other Hispanic worker, and this is the teaching moment. The Hispanic dude seen that the Hispanic lady was in a similar belligerent exchange of words with the African American man. And the first thing that he did was come to her aid, come to her rescue. And as he's closing in the distance, he grabs a weapon, he grabs a broom. He's already in a mind state and he has the mentality, I have to protect this Hispanic woman. I have to protect our women. He's seen, he knows, not seen, he knows that there's an obligation to protect this Latino or this Mexican or Hispanic lady. We can learn from that. Black women, if you're ever arguing with a person who is not black, and a black man come to your aid, if he say, hold on now, sister, let me get this, let me resolve this. Please do not continue to antagonize or provoke the individual that you're arguing with. Allow that man to step in that position, to be a man, to be a protector and protect you. Even if he's not going to, resort to violence, if he can squash it and he can stand in the distance and get this individual to discontinue the verbal attack or physical attack, whatever the case may be. But if it's a physical attack, then a black dude should be coming to your aid to just get cracking on the individual that's putting his hands on you. But allow a black man to step in a position to be a protector. In this video, the woman continued her unprofessional misconduct or conduct. She snatches the man laundry out of the washing machine or the dryer or whatever it is. She snatches his shit out and begins to throw it to the floor. And he slapped the shit out of her. Not saying I would have did the same thing. Some people may say that it wasn't necessary and it wasn't justified. But look how she's been interacting with him. She's very belligerent. She's very hostile. She's making these demands. And he's saying, hey, I'm 70 years old. I don't care. I don't care, because they don't care about us. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care if you 8 to 80, blind, crippled, or crazy. If you black, it's a certain level of civility. It's a certain level of professionalism that they feel like you're not entitled to. But let's run this video back. But these are the same individuals, right? That want to make it a race issue when black young men in a community rob the individual who's doing the elote man. They want to cry and they want to make it a racial issue. No, just as well as they robbed the elote man, they robbed the ice cream man too. These dudes is out here off these Percocets, they off dope, they confused, they feel abandoned, neglected, they don't have no insight on what they want to do with their lives, and they gotta have it. They're addicts. They gonna rob whoever to make sure that they can supply that addiction. They can take care of that addiction. You feel what I'm saying? And I got a video about some young Mexicans robbing a panderia. I think it's called a panderia. I got a video of some young Mexicans robbing a panderia as well. Why y'all ain't cry and scream and make that a race issue? Poverty is poverty. And when these young cats, when their stomachs is touching their back, they don't see Mexican, black, Caucasian, none of that. They see an opportunity and they pounce upon that opportunity. But let's get back to this video.
You know what? Take it up. Take it up. Why you hitting me, mother? I said I'm taking her. I didn't hit her. You hit me. You hit me. I'm leaving, bro. Why? I saw you right. I said I would leave. She's taking my son. I'm 70 years old, man. I don't care. You gotta make it. I'm 70 years old. I don't care. Why you doing it like that? Take it out. I'm taking it out, sir. Hey, stop. You know what? Take it out. Take it out. Why you hitting me, mother? I said I'm taking it out. I didn't hit her. You hit me. You hit me. I'm leaving, bro.
This is how y'all treat our elders, right? This is how y'all treat blacks, right?
She's taking my son.
This dude can be a veteran. He can be an individual that put his life on the line for this country. He can be a person that's still affected by COVID because a lot of people's haven't recouped. A lot of people's haven't recovered from what they lost during that COVID pandemic, right? This dude could have potentially, genuinely felt on hard times, and you give him no compassion. There's no empathy. There's no understanding. There's no professionalism. There's no civility. All you saying is, I don't care. I don't care. I'm 70 years old. I don't care because y'all don't care about blacks. And y'all need to be more mindful of the shit that y'all do, because once we get tired of this shit and we unify, a lot of motherfuckers is going to have to pay the pipe. Excuse my language. Forgive me for using so much profanity, but that's freaked up. That's messed up. What they did to this brother. OG, I salute you for standing on business and principles and defending yourself. And she steady running her mouth. Shut the fuck up. Now you got a man to defend you and protect you. Let them resolve this shit. But you still want to run your mouth. Shut the fuck up. Stay in a woman place. And that's why you got your dumb ass slapped. I don't feel no compassion for her. OG, I don't. Let me be meticulous and intentional with my words and let me relax. I don't support individuals who put their hands on women. And I don't support nor condone women putting themselves in a position of being a man either. If you put yourself in a position to be a man and you're a woman, whatever befalls you, whatever's the consequences, you have to deal with that. If you feel like this older cat was not receptive to the instructions that you was giving him, you should have went to the back, got this man that came up there with the broom and said, hey, you know, it's a guy up there. He doesn't want to listen. He's not paying. I need you to go talk to him. And allow that man to come and say, hey, OG, or hey, senora, hey, you have to pay. If you don't pay, then you can't watch. I'm sorry. But that's the rules. That's the rules here. And then allow the older cat to gather his belongings, and evacuate the premises. Plain and simple. All that unnecessary back and forth, all that unnecessary screaming and shouting and all that, that doesn't help the situation. But honestly, you know what else doesn't help the situation? The fact that he's black. Because if he was Latino, Chicano, Mexicano, it would have been a certain level of professionalism that he would have been entitled to. It would have been a certain level of civility, professionalism, and courtesy that he would have been given because he has the right complexion for the connection. Let's get back into this video one more time, man.
I'm 70 years old. I'm 70 years old. I don't care. Why are you doing it like that? Take it out. I'm taking it out, sir. Hey, stop! You know what? Take it out. Take it out. Why are you hitting me? I said I'm taking it out. I didn't hit her. You hit me. You hit me. I'm leaving. Why you not? I saw you right. I said I was leaving. She taking my stuff. I'm 70 years old, man. I don't care. I'm 70 years old. I don't care. Why are you doing it like that? Take it out. I'm taking it out, sir. Hey, stop! You know what? Take it out. Take it out. Why are you hitting me? I said I'm taking it out. I didn't hit her. You hit me.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That older man, whether black, white, Latino, and anything in between, should have been afforded some level of understanding, compassion, empathy, and courtesy. I don't give a fuck what race he is or could have been or whatnot. If it was me in that situation, and this is word is bond, I done did this many times. Hey, I got you, OG, or I got you, mom's. Hey, auntie, I got it. Don't trip. If you're in a position to do, then please do. No matter what race an individual is. But this one, a 70-year-old man, violently attacked because he couldn't afford the wash. He may be on hard times. You can give, hey, listen, man, I'm gonna give you this free wash, OG, one time. Don't come back in there next week or next month thinking you're gonna get another free wash, but on this one, I got you. What if he got grandkids and he trying to get some clean linen for his grandkids or anything, man? We don't get no compassion. We don't get no sympathy. We don't get no understanding, no civility. We don't get none of that, right? But they always want to cry when we speak out about their racial antics, behavior, and activities. I don't want to fan the flames of racism, but I do want to fan the flames of spreading awareness and consciousness amongst my people. Everybody hate us. How could we find time to continue to hate one another and the whole world hate us? And this doesn't denote, this is in no way, no shape, form, or fashion an indicator that all Mexicans hate blacks. That's not the message that I'm pushing. But I would say 60% to 70% dislike blacks. And this has nothing to do with the Sureños. Most of the Sureños hate blacks, but now we're talking about Southern California Hispanics, Mexicans as a whole. This is a common practice, man. Go to LA County, homie, walk into a taqueria and show me how many black people is working in here. I say if you go to 100 restaurants, taquerias, Mexican owned and operated restaurants, if you go to 100, you probably run across 10. They got a black working in there. This is the truth. They do not function with us. But When we open up our businesses and whatnot, we quick to hire them. Sometimes we hire them before we hire us, fueling and adding to their economic system. And they don't have any type of investments in our community, us as a people, in our movement, and none of that, Kim, folks. We got to wake up. That was a 70-year-old man, homie. I don't want to bloviate. I don't want to rant. I don't want to rave. So with that being said, man, I'm about to conclude this live, man. Too black, too strong, man. Y'all still be blessed. The things that I be talking about in my videos, man, it's manifesting. It's manifesting. When we gonna catch on, like, you feel me? Hey, y'all still gonna be blessed, man. I'm about to get off this thing. Hey, Snipe, I don't know you, Kim, folks, but much love and respect to the H gang, man. Much love to my Hoover player partners. Y'all, Bryce, I don't know if you from Park Village, but if you is, much love and respect to you. Or if you're a representation or a believer of Yahweh, much love and respect to you. JG, every black YouTuber should be covering this. They're not. They're not. Because they want to cover that cesspool of conflict and beef that's happening in LA County. They want to cover each other. They want to keep nitpicking with each other and cover one another. As easy as it is for a person to drop their location, get on the phone and say, listen, homie, let's put some safety and security on us. Let's put some Usalama on us, or let's reach out to the Muslims, ask them to provide security, and let's resolve our issues. Let's resolve our conflict. If you're good at boxing and you believe in your confidence as a fighter, we can have somebody come and record it, and we can use that to show these kids that instead of us picking up guns and unaliving one another, we can put these up and we can resolve it, and that's that. But number one, safety and security. Let's put some Usalama on us. I know some reputable individuals, members of the Nation of Islam, that'll love to help brothers resolve their conflict, that'll love to provide security, pat brothers down and ensure that it's a level playing field. Don't say that, yeah. Because now you take away the excuse of keeping this nonsense up when it can easily be resolved. Before they jumped on this hype with all this boxing and all this and all that, right? I had a situation with a guy who felt like I had wronged him because I had knocked him out. I didn't knock him out because of the individual that he was, which he believed. He believed I knocked him out. I targeted him and victimized him because he was a certain individual coming up in the music world, right? No, you were the most accessible. So that's why I did that to you, right? And I'm not going to speak on that guy. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna just say this. He and I had talked because we had a mutual friend, right? And he calls her and he's like, "Whoopty woo woo, what you doing?" And she responded, "Oh, I'm just right here, talking to my homie from the PJs, yeah." To which he responded, "Yeah. Look like this. And she like, "Yeah, that's my nigga from the PJ. Not nigga like we together, but that's my partner from the PJ." He say, "Man, on whoopty woo woo, man, I've been trying to talk to yeah. Man, connect me with yeah. I gotta holler at yeah." She click over, being respectful to his request and being respectful to me as well, because she don't know if I want to have this dialogue with this cat, right? But I'm always willing to dialogue, especially when it's rooted in some form of conflict resolution. So I say, "Yeah, woo woo woo, yeah, we can." And I already know what it's about. "Yeah, we can holler." He connected. He's like, "Yeah. Man, I've been trying to holler at you." He say, "Man, I've been hollering at your people, but it seems like nobody can get me in contact with you, man." He was like, "Man, I want to know why you did that to me, man. I'm the type of dude that's this, that, and third." And I have to explain to him, homie. Both sides had came to an agreement that we were going to enter into a ceasefire, right? That agreement, that agreement became null and void when it was breached, when it was violated by representatives from his side. Shortly after we had come to that agreement, right? Probably a few months, maybe 6 months. Somebody from my side, something tragic happened to somebody from my side. Within a week of that transpiring, A few cats from his respective set had came to our side and they was meeting with this celebrity, this big name rapper and whatnot. We go down there because they're flashing their gang signs, they're sporting their hood color, they're doing their hood call, and this is closer towards the section of Watts that we call home. You feel what I'm saying? We rally the troops. We go down there. We going down there to engage these individuals. Y'all want to come over here like this, and unfortunate situation had befallen one of our comrades. You have to pay the piper. We go down there. One of my homies go up to him, says his name. He greets the homie, says the homie name, shake the homie hand, give a brief hug. You getting DP. Because if we in the California Department of Correction or we in any type of correctional institution and somebody has threatened our security or threatened one of our members or it's some type of conflict that can produce violence, we're not really going to the yard right now to be cordial because they didn't violate it. We're not going there to be cordial. So for the homie to walk up to him, greet him, shake his hand and all that, you violated. So since you violated and you know why we going down there, if you were cool with these cats, we want to judge you or looked at you any differently because of your respective field and line of work if you did not come down there. But you came down there with us, homie, with intentions to go down there and confront our adversaries, right? So make a long story short, we get down there, the homie embrace him, give him a handshake. I say, hey, cuz, woo. Check it out, cuz, let me holler at you. When he closed the distance, I hit him 2 times. Left, right. He goes down. That's that. The homies try to rob him and all this nonsense and all that. So we talking. And it's not about the person that you are from where you from, but it's about how y'all broke the agreement to us trying to have, peace in our community. I don't even know if I should be telling this story, man. Because I don't want nobody to get offended and saying, oh, he's saying this and he's saying that, and then some other SHIT, manifest and whatnot. But I'm gonna end with this, man. We got to do better, man. We got to start finding ways to love each other, man, and to uplift one another because we're under attack by a whole lot of different people and whatnot, and they're coming after us. They don't have no compassion for us. They don't have any love for us. They sit back and they relish. They're satisfied with our disagreements and how we, beef with one another and throw daggers and stones at one another and keep this nonsense going on when we can find some form of conflict resolution. I'm gonna continue, right? So me and this dude, we get on the phone. And everything was supposed to be hashed out. It was supposed to be over and all that, right? So his buzz is increasing. Now more people is asking him about the situation. And when somebody from PJ's had knocked him out, he felt played. So he started turning to social media to badmouth me after we had a conversation and we were supposed to resolve it when we were talking through a mutual friend who's from his hood, right? It was all supposed to resolve. It was supposed to be resolved. It was supposed to be over with, right? So being that it's not, and he's continually going on here and assassinating my character, making it seem like I targeted him out of jealousy and this, that, and third, that ain't the case. So I get in contact with him and I say, listen, homie, let's resolve this. I don't want to unalive you. And I know you don't want to unalive me because you're not that type of individual. You have a good heart. You have a good heart. You just try to replicate the lifestyle around the guys that you have surrounded around you, that you have around you, because I know that you're not a native to that respective tribe that you're from. So therefore you have to surround yourself with certain cats. And these cats may be certified gangsters, but Ken folks, I know that ain't true. So we gonna box. I'm gonna reach out to the Nation of Islam, some representatives I know from the Nation of Islam, and we gonna get in the ring and we gonna box and we gonna create this this charity, not charity. We're going to create this event to where we can earn some money and we can donate something towards charity as well as increase awareness into resolving conflicts between, melanated carbonated individuals. So a lot of these cats that's on social media that have these conflicts, and week after week they're addressing each other, they throwing stones at each other, they're picking with each other, they're provoking one another. Y'all can box and resolve it. But y'all don't resolve it because y'all benefit off the problem. Week after week, y'all benefiting off the problem. And at some point in time, man, we got to put our self-interest aside and start thinking on the behalf of Black men. And I know everybody won't. Some people be like, man, fuck that pro-Black conscious Black shit, cuz I'm a Crip. Some niggas be like, fuck all that Malcolm X shit, man, I'm a blood. And that's cool. But some of y'all is fathers and grandfathers and uncles and big cousins and all that. And we have the opportunity to resolve this before you got to go see your deceased loved one decked out in a box, stiff, cold, discolored. We can put solutions to these problems, homie. We can come together and we can sit at a table and we can start our own production company. We can start our own media group to where we own our content. We own our voice. Nobody can come with regulations and stipulations because we own it. This is us. What's the biggest podcast show and social media personality on the West Coast? Who's the biggest? Adam 22. Not Black. Not a part of the culture. Not even tied in to the culture. But yet he has a negative contribution to the culture, and he creates this atmosphere to keep individuals who are born, birthed, and raised in that culture at odds and beefing to the point to where somebody can potentially get unalive. But with that, y'all stay up, stay blessed. Too Black, too strong. We all we need, we all we got, man. And with that, I'm gone, man. Y'all be blessed, man. It's time to wake up.